Imagine being a tiny, vulnerable creature washed up on a foreign beach, struggling to survive. This is the harsh reality that many marine animals like Elton, a rescued Kemp's ridley sea turtle, face every year. But here's where it gets inspiring. Thanks to the tireless efforts of dedicated conservationists and organizations, Elton has made a splashy return to the ocean off Coney Island, giving hope to many that these incredible creatures can thrive once again. But before we dive into Elton's remarkable story, let's set the stage. The Kemp's ridley sea turtle is an endangered species, and their numbers have been dwindling due to various threats, including habitat loss, pollution, and climate change. And this is the part most people miss, the crucial role that rehabilitation and conservation efforts play in saving these animals. Elton, who was estimated to be between 3 and 5 years old, was stranded on a beach in Massachusetts in the fall of 2024, suffering from hypothermia, a condition that occurs when cold-blooded turtles fail to migrate south before northern waters drop, typically below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The Massachusetts Audubon Society and the Wellfleet Bay Wildlife Sanctuary recovered Elton and assessed his condition before he was flown, along with 19 fellow Kemp's ridley sea turtles, to the Atlantic Marine Conservation Society in Hampton Bays, Long Island, courtesy of Turtles Fly 2, a nonprofit organization dedicated to rescuing and relocating endangered species. Robert A. DiGiovanni, founder and chief scientist of AMSEAS, revealed that the organization has received 100 turtles from Massachusetts since 2020. With Elton being the 91st turtle they've released back into the ocean. So, what does the rehabilitation process entail? According to DiGiovanni, we triage them, assess them with our animal care team, and then they go into basically like if we go to a doctor, they're going to get whatever medication or food they need. We're trying to get them to eat, give them fluids, warm them up, and then they progress to be released. But here's the controversy. While some argue that rehabilitation efforts are a waste of resources, others, like DiGiovanni, believe that involving young people in marine wildlife rescue efforts is crucial. That's really where it starts. The kids are going out on the beach. They're going to listen to what we say. They're going to pay attention, DiGiovanni said. It's really important for us to think about how much of an impact we have on the environment. We can choose whether it's positive or negative. Leanne Clayton, director of the Wildlife Conservation Society's New York Aquarium, echoed this sentiment, explaining that the rehabilitation process for marine wildlife can vary, but generally involves slowly bringing them back up to the appropriate temperature, treating any conditions they've developed, and refeeding them. Now that Elton, equipped with a small monitoring tag to collect data and ensure he is thriving, is back in his natural habitat, he'll once again engage in the turtle equivalent of smelling the ocean, finding food, gaining weight, and hopefully heading south before temperatures drop again. But what about the broader implications of Elton's story? Department of Environmental Conservation Commissioner Amanda Lefton stressed that thanks to Governor Kathy Hochul's continued environmental commitment, this year's state budget included a record-breaking Environmental Protection Fund, which is a significant step towards protecting our planet. We also have another $500 million for clean water infrastructure, which has been so instrumental in cleaning up our waterways, which brings the state's investment to $6 billion since 2017, said Lefton. So what can you do to help? If you're a beachgoer who finds a sick, injured, entangled, or dead marine mammal or sea turtle, you're urged to contact the New York State Stranding Hotline at 631-369-9829. As we reflect on Elton's journey, we're left with a thought-provoking question. What role do you think humans should play in conservation efforts? And how can we balance our impact on the environment with the need to protect these incredible creatures? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.